Imagine if high school students could learn about the automation technology that fuels the largest economy in the world. Imagine if their teachers had access to state-of-the-art professional development supporting this instruction. Imagine if a state-of-the-art laboratory provided remote access to critical technology for participation in collaborative problem solving.
There's no borders on the internet. People all over the world need to start working in a network, because people from India, people from China, they're just like us, and they have companies that need help or, that want to help. And when we have problems working on their equipment or vice versa, it's nice to have it so that we don't have to haul anybody around the world to help us. So basically it's instant help wherever you can get it.
If we hit that, we've got some action happening. Nope. And everything's working properly. We can do them two at a time.
Mike Craker integrates this virtual environment approach with his students at Willmar High School. Brandon and Ed are learning automation and motion control using collaborative problem-solving techniques.
We both have strengths and weaknesses, and we basically cover for each other,
I definitely am a fan of the trial and error thing, where it's like, here's the stuff, here's a basic of how to do it, let's see what you can do with it.
When Brandon and Ed run into a problem they can't solve, their teacher has an established connection with a virtual team expert.
Automation and motion control, this is Ken.
This is Willmar. We're ready to look through the cap station.
Okay, just a second. I've got you guys on camera here.
I thought what we would do today is go through what the overall flow of that machine is in terms of its sequence. So we'll do that by beginning with the human-machine interface that you have in front of you there, Brandon.
Dr. Ken Ryan from the Center for Automation and Motion Control, located at Alexandria Technical College, assists Brandon and Ed.
After he answers, he has immediate access to the camera here, and he can see what we're doing. He has preset camera positions, so he can look at us, look at the project, or look at the laptops. And he can control the laptops through his remote access. He can see the logic, he can check the logic, he can see our human-machine interface. Basically, he has just as much access to the machine as we do right here.
We have a connection to the expertise of the instructors at Alex Tech. I have a limited skill in this particular area, and I've been learning over the years, but these guys have been working, this is their life work, and they have some tremendous things going on at their school there. My students are able to tap in to some of that knowledge as they work with them through the internet.
Dr. Ryan shares his expertise through weekly interactive, web-based professional development classes for the high school teachers involved in the Remote Automation Management Program.
Exactly. So now if you hit the start button at this point, you're going to find out that nothing happened.
Jeff Miller, an industrial technology teacher at Owatonna High School, is one of his students.
When you teach technology, everybody knows that technology is rapid, so it's changing all the time. And for me, good learning always happens when what you're trying to teach and what they're trying to learn is in context, and it's relevant and it's authentic. And so when I can be in this office, 10 feet from my desk, and I can have access to one of the, I consider, one of the best programs in the country, and certainly one of the probably most innovative instructors, that's just absolutely huge for not only for myself but for the students here. It's a big deal.
Jeff Miller at Owatonna High School is able to use his professional development learning to offer his students the fundamental skills they need to begin an automation project.
And so you can see we have two true statements. And what I'm going to do is advance this to the next step.
Yeah, right there. Can you see the valve for A, for cylinder A? Can you point specifically to it? There it is right there. Now there should be a little light, there should be a solenoid light that should go on if that is actually active.
Dr. Ken Ryan says there's a need to have some underlying structure to this type of learning process.
The social networking skills that are brought in combination with the technology that we're applying to emerging problems is very important. We see Ed and Brandon working down in Wilmer on technology that may be relatively new to them, but because they have access to subject matter experts remotely and know how to properly leverage that technology, they can solve a problem that if left on their own they couldn't do. But they really have to have those communication skills that we see them using.
There could be blockage of the air supply to the cylinder.
They have to be able to effectively ask questions. They have to be able to listen to answers. They have to know what direction that they want to go with the problem. So that whole blending of what technology they have to apply to what problem, and then what social networking skills are they using to weave that all together, those are going to be key points in how we move forward in the workforce of tomorrow.
Getting the basics from Jeff Miller allows his student to go online with the Center for Automation and Motion Control for a more advanced capstone experience. As project sponsor, the center maintains expensive advanced automation platforms which the secondary partner could not afford and cannot support.
CAMC, this is Jeremy.
Hi, this is Josh in Owatonna, and I'm working with your MAS cap station, and I am having a problem.
Okay, any sort of idea what?
Advanced automation students at the center receive fellowships to act as mentors to the high school students during collaborative troubleshooting sessions.
The Remote Automation Management Project allows us to produce a collaboratory between Minnesota high school students, their teachers, and our command central here at the college and the Center for Automation and Motion Control, so we can help those students learn about advanced automation technology. They're able to come in over the internet and solve problems in collaboration with a technician that's at the command center.
Yep, the light came on.
Yep, that's good. All right.
So Josh, why don't you go ahead and from your operator interface run that through a couple times just so we make sure it's working while we still have Charles on the phone.
Alright, the problem seems to be fixed. It's working now.
They can almost be self-directed in a sense. They know that when they encounter a problem, they can get on the bat phone and talk to somebody, and it's going to give them an answer. I just have to be the guy who holds the key and creates the possibility for them to really explore on their own, be in charge of their own learning, which is the whole point.
Imagine if technology educators could receive interactive, web-based, just-in-time instruction to pass on to their students. Imagine if students could collaborate online to design a solution to a problem. Imagine if all of the needed tools were at their digital fingertips. Imagine if subject matter experts from around the globe were available for consultation. Imagination becomes innovation with the vision of the Remote Automation Management Project.